So someone made their first $1,000 in 3 months. You're at 3 months, but you haven't. So you're behind. So you see their posts, right? Their income screenshots, their timeline. 3 months from start to first $1,000. You look at where you are, 3 months in, still learning, still building. No sales yet. Same timeline, different results. So something must be wrong, right? Maybe you're not working hard enough. Maybe you're missing something they figured out. Maybe you're just not cut out for this. Because if they can do it in 3 months and you can't, the problem is you, right? So you quit. Try something else. Hope the next thing works faster. Reset back to zero again. And comparing timelines makes sense, right? 3 months is 3 months. Same amount of time. So logically, the results should be comparable, right? If they got there in that time frame, you should too. And if you didn't, then something is wrong. But here's what you're missing. You're comparing timelines without knowing what filled those timelines. 3 months isn't the variable, right? What happened during those 3 months is I destroyed my progress doing this. I compared myself to other people constantly. I'd see someone's success at the 3-month mark, right? And expect to match it in 3 months. But I didn't know their routine, their commitment, their discipline, their consistency. And I wasn't demonstrating any of those things myself. When my 3 months didn't match their 3 months, I'd quit every single time. That was the pattern. So why does comparing timelines destroy your progress? Like, what are you getting wrong about other people's success? Pay attention to this. Number one, you're comparing your visible timeline to their invisible work, right? You see 3 months to $1,000. You don't see they posted 5 times a day. You posted 3 times a week, right? They posted 15 products. They tested 15 products. You tested 2. They spent 30 hours a week. You spent 5. The timeline is the same. The work inside of the timeline is massively different. You're not behind them, right? You're on a different pace with different inputs, which creates different outputs, right? So stop measuring yourself against other people's timelines. Number 2, their advantages are invisible to you. They had an email list from a previous business, right? You're starting from zero. They had an existing audience on another platform. You're building from scratch, right? On your first platform. They had marketing experience from their job, and you're learning as you go. You don't know what they started with, what skills they already had, what resources they brought into this, right? You're comparing your starting point to their middle and calling it the same timeline. It's not. So stop judging your chapter 3 against someone else's chapter 10. Number 3, every time you quit because you didn't match their pace, you reset your own. You compare yourself to someone at the 6th month, right? You're at the 3rd month. You quit because you're behind. And now you're at 0 again. They didn't reset. You did. And you reset because you decided their timeline should be yours. The only timeline that matters is, are you further than you were last month, right? If yes, you're progressing. If no, adjust your efforts. Their pace is irrelevant. Your pace is the only metric that determines your outcome. And if you're building this slower than you expected, if you're watching others hit milestones you haven't reached yet, if you're tempted to quit because your timeline doesn't match theirs, I need you to hear this. Your timeline is yours, not theirs, right? And quitting because you didn't match someone else's pace guarantees you never build your own. So stay in your own lane, right? Compare yourself to yesterday's version of you, right? That's the only comparison that matters. Their timeline had different inputs, right? You will have different outputs. Yours will have different outputs. So how do you know if you're progressing fast enough, right? What metrics should you track if timelines don't matter? There's a specific way to measure progress when you're starting from zero. A way that shows you're moving forward, even when the outputs aren't visible yet. I put together a free guide, 7 steps to your first affiliate sale. The steps show you what to measure, what inputs create outputs, what progress looks like before results show up. The link is in the description. Go grab it, read it, track your inputs, not their timeline. And drop a fire emoji if you're done comparing and starting to build at your own pace. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.